Hi you guys, it's Karina. It's been a while since I've updated or uploaded a video here on my YouTube channel, and today we are going to be working with my template 80, which is this little cutie right here. Oh no, my template 81, sorry. She is around 5 inches. Now, as you can see, I do have other sizes. So this is one of my newest rose style that I released, I want to say around 2 years ago, and I did make various sizes just because I know clients prefer certain sizes. So there are multiple sizes on this rose style. So here I have template 84, which is a 7-inch rose. And then I have this little cutie right here, which is my template 80. So this is my template 80. So this one is roughly around 3.5 inches. And I do have other ones. I do have my template 92, which is the larger version of her. You can find actually a video tutorial here on my YouTube channel on her. I do also have my template 83, which is roughly around 11 inches. And then my template 79, which is a little cutie, smaller than this one actually, and she is roughly 2 inches. So there are various sizes, because I know I do get asked, not a lot, but once in a while, why do I sell them separately and why not all of them together? Well, it is time consuming, you guys, trying to figure out different sizes. It really is, because, you know, it's pretty much trial and error. And again, I know particular clients want certain flowers in certain sizes, especially like around the 3 and the 5 inch range. Some people are not interested in the 11 inch or the 15 inch, which is why I do sell them separately. So I try to make sizes available for you ready to go, so you don't have to think about having to resize them and whatnot. But definitely these are in SVG, so your cutting machines do cut them for you. So if you are tech savvy, you are able to change the sizing, okay? So say you have this template and you kind of want it larger, you play around with the petals and you will be able to. And I do have a video tutorial here on my YouTube channel. I want to say it's on my template 49 and also my template 50, where I show you guys how I resize those to make them smaller. Pretty much follow kind of the same techniques if you're interested in learning how to do that. So I am going to be working today with this particular, I don't know what you would call it. It is mesh. It's from a company called Mesh Decor. They reached out to me many years ago. Oh gosh, how many years? I don't know, maybe 4, maybe even longer, I'll be quite honest. And they had sent me a few samples for me to try out, and here and there I have showed you guys some flowers that I have made with them. And I actually found some more in my craft closet, and I said, oh my gosh, Valentine's Day is right around the corner and I want to make roses for my children's teachers. I said, perfect timing. So let's go ahead and make some roses. So I'm going to show you this size right here, which is my template 81. So she is roughly 5 inches. Now, all roses are assembled exactly the same way. They have the same amount of petals. Obviously, the difference would be the size. But if you have, say, this template, but you're watching this tutorial, you follow the same steps, okay? So I just want to mention that. I'm going to take you to my floral wall just because I want to show you how they look like in paper. All right, you guys, so I'm taking you guys to my floral wall here in my office, and I just want to point out the roses. So here is my template 83. So this is roughly the around 11 inch. As you can see her right there. So I just want to show you, they are done in cardstock. So definitely cardstock is my go-to. Here is the larger version, my template 92 right here. So those so again, she does have a video tutorial on the larger version here on my YouTube channel. And actually I do show you how to add an extra layer of petals that you can apply those steps to any of these other templates that I have on this rose style. Okay, isn't she cute? She's such an adorable template, and honestly I feel like she's super simple. She looks intimidating, but I promise you she is not. So template 81 or should I say all the other two, all the other sizes as well, come with 5 petals. So my template 49 are very popular roses. But the issue, well, not the issue, but the thing with those roses, it only comes with 2 petals. I definitely wanted, when I created her, I wanted more of a rose that somewhat was a little bit more realistic. So I wanted to create different size petals to assemble this rose. So as you can see, here are the 5 petals. This is for your inner rosebud. Along with these 2, I added to the rosebud, so the inner center, and then these are for your outer petals. So I'm going to tell you how many you need of each. And again, the same amount I'm telling you right now is the same amount for all the other sizes, okay? So you are going to need 8, 2, 2, 3, and 9. Okay, so let me say that again. 8, 2, 2, 3, and 9. Now, when you purchase the SVG, the petals are going to be color coordinated. So when you follow the directions, it's going to tell you, for example, yellow petal is 2.1, and it's only going to be the height that you're going to change. So just read the directions and change the sizing accordingly to colors. And you're only changing the height, guys, because the width automatically changes, okay? So let's get started. As mentioned, I am going to be using this mesh for Mesh Decor, and I found this red color as well that I have. So again, perfect for Valentine's Day. Now they are on Etsy. You can find Mesh Decor on Etsy, and I want to say they have their 12 by 12, I want to say, the sheets. I briefly wanted to look because I wanted to make sure that they still were selling their product, because I really honestly haven't seen them very active on Instagram, but it does look like they're still on Etsy, you guys. And seriously, they have such gorgeous colors. They really do. But they have like this peach color. Oh my gosh, it's super gorgeous. So definitely check them out on Etsy, called Mesh Decor. And yeah, so let's get started. So pretty much what I do is just trace and cut. Again, if you're using paper, it's going to be a little bit more easier. I'm going to go ahead and cut this, you guys, because it's very long. So let me go ahead and cut out a piece so I can show you how I cut this. Now, I do want to do a little disclaimer. So this is an SVG petal, meaning you can have your cutting machine cut it out. And yes, your cutting machines can cut this mesh. Honestly, I want to say it says they're cotton paper. I want to say cotton fabric. I don't know. If you want to go on Mesh Decor, like I said, you can see what kind of material it is, because it's, I don't know, it's so weird. It's like a fabric, but I don't know. I guess you'd have to touch it and feel it for you to know what I am talking about. And actually, I have had a few followers of mine actually purchase from them, and they have actually fallen in love with it as well. I'm telling you, it's just a nice material. But I was trying to say here, I am not going to have my cutting machine cut this out for me. So, and if you want to do the old hand trace, cut, and print, or hand print, no, wait, trace, cut, right? Well, then what I would recommend is have your cutting machine cut, obviously, the 5 petals, and then use those as your main little hard copy template, and then you're just going to trace and cut. And let me show you. Okay, you guys, so I don't know if you can see, it is kind of hard to tell, but I did trace the petal using a pencil. It is, from here I can see it, but I'm trying to show you with the white background the outline of the petal. So I am doing my inner petal right now. Remember, I said I needed 8. So typically, and this even goes for cardstock cutting, I always layer them so I can cut multiple at a time. This is why sometimes I say this, that I'm not always the biggest fan of having my cutting machine cutting out my petals, because I don't have the patience. I would rather cut multiple at once instead of doing more so for the longer petals. So you are just going to, and as you can see, this cuts very easily. And voila, I was able to cut 4 at the same time. And honestly, I probably could have cut more. So let me go ahead and finish the rest, and I will be right back to assemble. Okay, you guys, so we're going to start with our inner rose petals. I think I cut more than I needed. Let's see, but we need 8, remember, in total of these. And as you can, I am using an acrylic dowel to curl these petals slightly. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue to the bottom, and then I am adding the other petal right on top. Now, because this is mesh, as you can see, there are definitely some holes in there. So you definitely have to watch your fingers. I feel like I have a very high tolerance with heat. I've been doing this for many years. So for me personally, it does not, I mean, I can handle it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. The heat of the glue. But if you're very sensitive to that, then I definitely would not recommend this material for you, just because you can definitely feel the heat. Sorry. So now you're going to get the 2 outer petals, okay, opposite side. And so now we are going to interlock them like this. Now, personally, I like to get, I'm trying to find a wooden, I'm going to get a skewer. I like to stick that in there. I think I need a bigger one. Hold on, you guys. I'm just going to use the same one. All right, I am totally, that's too big. Ah! Okay, this skewer was a fail. I can't find the other one that I have that is a little bit wider. Sometimes what I like to do is like stick a skewer in here and just kind of spread the opening up, just because this is mesh, it kind of, I feel like it kind of squishes in. So sometimes if you stick something in there to kind of like guide you, but I don't know where my other one is. Is it a necessity? Absolutely not. I'm just picky. So now that we did the cone, we're just going to wrap this petal around just like that. I'm gonna hold a couple of seconds. And then I'm gonna do opposite side. And then just wrap that around just like that. Just watch those fingers because they will get stuck. Okay, so now we're going to repeat with the next 4. Trust me, it's a lot easier with paper, meaning your fingers are not getting all burnt. Then we're going to stick that in the center, just like that. Okay, just pick any petal, does not matter which one, and then you are just going to wrap this around. Just waiting for that glue to stick. Then the other side, wrap it around. But you definitely don't want to go too tight. Do you see how I'm leaving a little bit of spacing? So don't try to squeeze them all in. Definitely give them a little spacing. If you're wondering the glue gun I'm using, I am using the Sure Bonder mini detailed glue gun. All right, last one. Voila. If you hear licking in the background, that is my dog. He's in here with me. All right, you guys, and we are done with the little inner rosebud. So now we need our next two petals. Let me go ahead and grab them. All right, so they're your rounder petals, and you need to, let me kick these dogs out. All right, guys, so this is the petal that is next. Okay, so you need two of these of the round. I am going to get my acrylic dowel. I'm just gonna give these a little curl inward. Go to the corner. We're gonna go to a side. Add a little bit of glue to the bottom. We're gonna pinch. So there's one. Okay, next one. Add glue. So we're adding glue to that little tip on the bottom. Go underneath. Little bit of glue on the sides. And then pinch. So there we go, we got two. Just like that. And we're done with that petal. We only need two. So now we need to go to our next two, which is this petal right here. So we need two of these. And here they are. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to give them a little curl. Oh, my dog, my dog, my dog. All right, sorry guys. It's my older dog. He has allergies, and of course, he was coughing away. So now we're going to go opposite. And we're going to add these other two. And same thing, add a little bit of glue to the sides. Pinch. Notice how I'm leaving spacing in between the petals. You don't want to go in too tight. Glue. A little bit of glue on the sides. Okay, so we got that part. We are on to our next petal size. So now it's going to be this petal right here, and you are going to need 3 of these. Okay, I always feel like this petal, this layer right here, it might be the trickiest one. So now I am going to grab one of the petals, and I am giving them slight curl back. I'm gonna add a little bit of glue to the end. I'm now going to pick any corner. So I'm gonna go to this corner right here. I'm going to stick my petal right underneath there. Now I am going to add glue. I'm going to pinch. Okay. Now I'm just going to use my fingers and kind of roll it back, the petal. Okay, so there's one petal. Next petal. Go to the next corner right next to it. Now this one I don't curl. I am just going to glue that. Personal preference on the curling. Typically, I do 2 curled and 1 not curled. Okay. So we are on to our last one. This one I am going to curl. So I'm just giving them a curl back. Glue at the end. Now we're not going in the corner, we're going to the side right here. Can you see that? Okay, so again, not the corner. You're picking that one side that's open. A little bit of glue on each side. And then glue. And there you go. So we have our little inner rosebud. Definitely a cute little rosebud. So now we are left with our last petals, and you need 9 of these. Okay, you guys, it's the next day. I got so busy yesterday, so I had to stop. So we're gonna finish her up today, my template 81. So we are on to the last petal, and you are going to need 9 of these. Okay, so I do have mine all cut. So all of these, we are going to give them a curl back. Now with the mesh, I find it that, I mean, it curls very easily. And even then, if we have to, you know, kind of ourselves pull it back, it works wonderful. And I did go on Etsy just to see what the material is. So it does say a cotton mesh blend. I want to say that's what it says for the material, because on my Instagram reels, I got asked a lot on the quality. So it is a cotton mesh. Again, you would just have to purchase it for you to just to try it, because, you know, if Michael's does sell like meshes, but let me tell you, this isn't those kind of meshes material that you would find at a craft store, at least the ones here like say Michael's or Joann's. It's very hard to explain, I'll be quite honest, but it is, I mean, I love it. I absolutely do. You know what, it does kind of remind me, and I know they have pictures if you want to follow them on Instagram, kind of when you do floral bouquets, and they use like this kind of like this mesh to put the flowers in to kind of give it that pretty look. I'm not too sure if if you understand what I'm trying to say, but definitely go onto their website. If you want to take a look on Instagram, you can find them on Instagram. So you can see right here, corner, and we are, and they are not sponsoring this, if you're wondering. Again, I mean, they sent me this many years ago, and I'm just making some roses for Valentine's Day for my kids' teachers. But it's definitely, I really like the material. All right, so we went in between these 2 petals right here. So there's the first one. Get my next petal. Just give it a slight curl. Now, if you want to see tutorials on actual paper cardstock, I do have other video tutorials. On my YouTube channel, I have my template 92, which is the 15-inch. I show you how to make that rose. I do show you a different technique, meaning not curled, meaning I don't curl the petals back. So you can watch that tutorial, and I am using cardstock with that one. I want to say template 79, which is the little cutie, the little baby. She's like 2.5 inches. I do have a tutorial on here as well. And then under my Instagram series, I used to upload a lot of video tutorials on there. So under my Instagram TV, they would call it. I do have tutorials on there. I want to say I have 2 videos on there as well on other sizes. I want to say it's template 83. that has a video tutorial as well. So there's multiple video tutorials, and you can always go on my Etsy, find the size that you want, and under all of the description on my templates, I always have video tutorials linked there. So all you have to do is just copy and paste. That way you don't have to go through all the videos. You can just go on my my Etsy, find the template that you're like or that you're interested, and then just copy and paste. Again, all the video tutorials will be under the item description. Because that way you don't have to purchase a template right away. Maybe you want to see how it's assembled first and you want to see if you can tackle it. That's why I provide the videos for you to watch. And if you feel like you can tackle it, then you can always purchase the template. All right, so we did those 3. So I am on to my next 3. And if you're wondering how I'm going to use these, I bought those chocolate heart boxes. And I'm just going to stick one right on top. So now I went in between these 2 petals. I'm going to add some glue to the side. And then just glue. Okay, my fingers are getting stuck there. So there you go, as you can see. Gonna go now in between these 2 petals. Glue and glue. And notice how I use this finger to kind of pull this petal back while I'm using these other 2 fingers to pinch. It's just to allow me to give spacing in between the petals. Last one. We're going to go in between these 2. Glue and glue. So notice some finger and then pinching. Because you definitely want to leave space. You don't want to get too close. All right, so we are done with that layer. So you could definitely leave it like this. Okay, with just 6, so 3 and 3. But if you want to add an extra layer, you definitely can. Does it make a huge difference? I don't think so. Maybe not, but I still do it anyways. So now I'm gonna go in between these 2 petals right behind it. And add a little bit of glue to the sides. I know, I'm sorry. It's so hard to tell where you're placing the glue with this mesh. But again, I have all those other video tutorials that you can refer to. Again, they're all assembled exactly the same way. There you go. Last one. Oh, I forgot to curl this one. We'll curl it towards the end. So in between these 2, pinch. I'm gonna have to curl that one a little bit. And last one. I don't know if I mentioned, but the acrylic dowel is from Amazon. I always get asked when I'm using it where it's from. I actually ordered, okay, I'm a little lost. Hold on. Oh, right here, yep. Every time I use it, I get asked where it's from. I ordered a bulk of same size. But you can find different sizes on Amazon. Just Google acrylic dowels. And we are all done. There you go. Here's a side shot for you to see. Isn't she so cute? I love her. Okay, you guys, I hope you found that helpful on how to assemble this little cutie right here, which was my template 81. Just remember that you can assemble all the other sizes the same way as I showed you now. And again, there's other video tutorials on all the other different sizes here on YouTube or my Instagram TV, Ariel Elise Designs. Templates can be found on my Etsy. Just remember that you don't have to use obviously this type of material that I use, which was this Mesh by Mesh Decor. You can use cardstock or tax weight paper. Just because it's Valentine's Day, I wanted to do something a little bit different for my kids' teachers. So yeah, I hope you found that helpful. And if you have any questions, you can email me at arielelisedesigns@gmail.com or my Etsy, or even on my Instagram, Ariel Elise Designs. I'd be happy to help if you have any questions. And just remember that if you do buy a particular size and then you decide that you wanted maybe something bigger or something smaller, you can definitely resize the SVG. Just play around with it, okay? I have the different sizes because, again, different clients want particular sizes and they don't want to struggle in having to figure out the sizing. So I have already done that for you if you're looking for a particular size. But again, if you just want to mess around with the SVG and enlarge it or size it down, you definitely can. All right, you guys, I will chat with you guys later. Bye.